Ownby to the outside pole, as this race is in honor of Drew Kennedy's brother that passed about 10 years ago, Dylan Kennedy, who we honor every year this racing event. And Drew Kennedy has one win of this race. Drew Kennedy, the yellow light's gone. That means the green light is on. They might call that start back, or the 44 didn't get too good a start. The K37 of Drew Kennedy, and they are going to call it back. Nope, it's a no-go. All right, take two. And they fire off. Boy, they're stacked up three wide during that second row. Contact between the two, and the 77 goes around the 20 of Carroll, and we'll have ourselves a third start as a little bit of mucky business going on the start of that one. So Perry Delaney gets a push. Hopefully he'll be able to continue. So the 77 of Delaney, yeah, they got him back fired up, and he'll take his spot back up there in the inside the second row. A little bit of damage from Michael Bland out of White Pine, Tennessee. I think that they locked in 6 through qualifying. Am I on, Richard? All right, take number 3 here. Heat number 2 for the Dylan Kennedy Memorial K37 of Drew Kennedy. And the 44 of John Ownby. All right, see if we can get it going this time. Green flag's out. Ownby with not a good start, but they fired at the zone. And Ownby gonna hold on to that second spot. Drew Kennedy out in front. Ownby gonna slide it in underneath. Third is the 77 of Delaney. Fourth is the 2 of Michael Bland. And the 23, oh, the 2020 goes way up the hill. That's back in 8th place. And here comes the 23 looking under the 2. Lane Clifton. In 5th, Drew Kennedy's opened up about a 5-car length lead over Ownby and the 77. Starting to run down the 44. Perry Delaney in third. Delaney right on to the back deck lid of Omby. The white flag's out for Drew Kennedy. And down the back straightaway in heat number 2. Going to go to the K37 in XR 1.2, Drew Kennedy, followed by the 44 of Omby. The 77. Of Perry Delaney, the 2 of Michael Bland, the 23 of Lane Clifton. So, this heat race is stacked. Heat number 3 sees the 171 of Kyle Courtney. And the 6 of Eddie King Jr. The 22 of Mike Weeks, the 90J of Trammell Burkfield, then Anthony White. So this is a stacked heat for sure. Who would have thought coming into this that Anthony White would be starting qualifying 20th out of 30 cars. That's taking the top 4 out of each heat. Everybody else goes to a last chance race, which I think they'll take 2 out of it. So so the flagman's giving them the 1 to go signal here in heat number 3 for the Dylan Candy Memorial, the 9th annual Dylan Candy Memorial. The 171, Kyle Courtney. This will be for the 9th starting position. And they got to wait toward the end of the wall, and they might have fired early on this one. Green flag's out. Kyle Courtney with the 6 of Eddie King Jr. Now looks like they're going to let that start go. Keep your eye on the 2X of Anthony White. Gets up, bangs doors with the 90J of Trammell. That's for the final transfer. And Anthony White going to drive it in underneath the 90J of Trammell. Gets high. Here he comes, the 2X. Looking underneath the 22 of Mike Weeks. Kyle Courtney has a car length over the 6 of Eddie King Jr. Jr. going to drive it down to the door, your leader. 3 laps in, 3 to go here in heat number 3. Courtney in that CVR, the Longhorn. Longhorn looks, takes a peek down to the inside. Courtney going to drive it up straight off towards the flag stand. As Kyle Courtney out in front of Eddie King Jr., Mike Weeks, and the 2X of Anthony White. Trammell on the outside looking in. There'll be 2 laps to go. Birchfield in 6th. And it's still Courtney from the drop of the green flag here in heat number 3 for the 9th annual Dylan Candy Memorial. White flag's out in the CVR of Courtney opened up about a 4-car length lead over the Longhorn. Eddie King Jr. in heat number 3 going to go to the 171 of Kyle Courtney, followed by the 6 of Eddie King Jr., the 22, the Milkman Mike Weeks, and the 2X of Anthony White. Trammell Birchfield, the 34, the driver out of Georgia, and the 8, all to the last chance race. All right, see what's coming up next. So I think we have eight team spots have been decided. I think they'll take 2 out of the last chance race. Past champions provision, well, the race if needed, maybe. Hot laps for the locked-in cars, or maybe this is a fast car dash, I should say. Six laps, 6-car dash. Should be Cody Courtney in the C11, the F4 Hayden Cardwell, the 24 of Anthony White Jr., Chase King to his outside, Barrett Lowe in the 72 out of Fletcher, North Carolina, and Rusty Ballinger out of Seymour, Tennessee. And that's your top 6 going 6 laps here in this fast car dash. Sure it pays. All right, yellow lights gone, green lights on. 24, Anthony White Jr. with a good start down underneath the F4 Cardwell. Cardwell going to bang it off the cushion down the back straightaway and going to bring Chase King with him. King has to get out of just a little bit, and Anthony White Jr. going to slide up front of the Stinger house car. And it's a pair of CVRs out in front as Cody Courtney, still with plenty of speed in that CVR. So he's stepping away from the F4 of Cardwell. Anthony White Jr. in third. Fourth, Chase King, Rusty Ballinger, and Barrett Lowe. Anthony White Jr. takes it up to the outside, to the high side of the racetrack. There was nothing out there. He lost time. 3 down, 3 to go. As Rusty Ballinger starting to roll up on the back deck lid as the white flag's out of the 44 Chase King as Cardwell goes up to the top. Whoop, about open the door up for the 24 of Anthony White Jr., but the 6-car fast car dash here's going to go to Cody Courtney in the CVR, followed by the F4 Cardwell. 24 of Anthony White Jr., the 44 Chase King, Rusty Ballinger, and the 72 of Barrett Lowe. That's the way they'll line up for the feature coming up here for $12,037 to win.
Concession stand is open. If you need to go there, restrooms are located right underneath the tower. If you need to go there also. So make your way there. Get ready to go. Get ready for the football toss coming up here in just a few moments.
Race fans, your dash winner here tonight at Wartburg Speedway. So he gets all the safety equipment off. Gonna grab a quick word with the C11 machine of Cody Courtney before he heads back pit side. Cody, this thing has been a hot rod so far here tonight every time you've seen the Speedway.
Yes, sir. We hot lapping, we was all right, and I just kept telling them up there, I said, dude, this car's good. The car's good. We just need to keep our heads down and watch the track, make the right decisions, and we've done that so far. And I don't know how that start went. I just tried to, I didn't want to run anybody dirty or nothing. I just tried to start a fair race. Hopefully Hayden didn't get into me. Hopefully we did good a race. Dad was up there. He was showing me that I had a little bit of a lead, but the car's flawless. I can't say much about it. PPM, I don't get a lot of time or a lot of microphone time, so I would like to thank all my sponsors. I'd like to thank PPM, Ricky and Randy and Rodney. They're up there now. They're helping us all out. I'd like to thank my brother Kyle. He's busted his butt on this car. I'd like to thank my fiance, my dad, Blake, everybody with this, my papaw, Phantom Race Engines. This thing's running good tonight. I got to give a big shout out to him. Mighty Muffler, Coach, just everybody that's part of this deal. B&W Electric, Austin Welch, he does a lot for us, Just everybody that makes this thing go around, Thanks to Raymond Shepard and Drew Kennedy family for putting this show on tonight. Hopefully we can make it a good one.
Race fans, your dash winner in the C11 out of Knoxville, Tennessee, and it's Cody Courtney. We'll get our drivers out here on the front straightaway during intermission for the football toss for all the drivers that are going to be locked in to the show so far. Conti races still to come for the 9th annual Dylan Kennedy Memorial here at Wartburg Speedway. We'll head things and turn things back over up top to Keith up in the tower.
Intermission. All right, so looks like we're going to have an intermission. They got some football tosses. See if somebody can win some money. We'll be back with you shortly here at the 9th annual Dylan Kennedy Memorial.